I was in a classroom.
I was actually in the air on my way to Seattle.
I was at 46th Street and 3rd Avenue working in a skyscraper there on the 2nd floor.
One by one, my classmates started being pulled from class and told to go home with their parents.
We found out we couldn't enter the US airspace. We didn't know exactly why, but the plane started to circle.
Eventually, my teachers sat us all down and explained to us that a hijacker had flown an airplane into the World Trade Center.
We went into damage control. The first thing we were doing was trying to find out anybody on a flight. Are we accounted for everybody? And then we were sure that all of our people were safe. That's when we heard on the radio that the first tower had fallen.
American Flight 11 crashed into one of the twin towers at the World Trade Center.
I remember going home that day and seeing the footage on TV from the news. It felt very surreal to me. I didn't fully understand the depth or the gravity of the situation, but now as an adult working in New York City, I can understand why it was so scary for people.
Fear and horror. And it wasn't really till we got to the hotel, there were cameras there waiting for us, and I was interviewed, and that's when they said, how do you feel? This is a terrorist attack against your country.
So we were coming out of the building and seeing, the streets were basically closed, but people were coming from the south up to the north, and many of them were dirty, covered with ash, and it was quiet, is what I remember.
The world is a very uncertain place to live. We thought everything was secure. We were all blindsided by the situation.
What I saw was a city willing to help. We got the word that up at the City Court building, just a few blocks away from here, that they were accepting people to give blood. The plaza of that building was mobbed with hundreds, maybe thousands, I don't know, but a lot of people who were all there for the same purpose, to try and help. It was a huge tragedy, but the best of the city came out.
So I think it's important that this tragedy be remembered with honor and respect, and especially not be forgotten.
It reminded me how precious life is, but how unpredictable it is. Where we live and in this world, everything is temporary.
When I think of 9/11, I'm reminded that it's ultimately God who protects me and everybody I love.